All right, we're going to turn now to a really cool story about a Bettendorf middle schooler. Every year, the nonprofit National History Day picks a topic for students to research, and this year it was rights and responsibilities. So 7th grader Adrian Gillette made a documentary about the only court case about school book banning to reach the Supreme Court. But more than that, Adrian tied it back to the current climate of book banning and what it means for students, teachers, and libraries today. Take a look.
The long-term experience and goal is to show that we can win this struggle, because we're going to have to fight it again and again and again.
Oftentimes, discussions of rights and responsibilities focus on adults, but conflicts between rights and responsibilities also impact young people. The little-known Supreme Court case, Island Trees v. Pico, is an example of how competing rights of parents and children and different responsibilities to educate and protect intersect to impact the young people's lives.
That was just a small clip of Adrian's full 10-minute documentary, and it was so good. It earned him a trip out to Washington, D.C. last week, where it was one of only 18 shown at the National Museum of African American History and Culture in D.C. Then Adrian earned the bronze medal in the junior documentary category, and it's why we have him and Deb Temperley, Bettendorf Middle School's National History Day coordinator, joining us here on The Current. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Adrian, congratulations. Let's start with you. Tell people what the Supreme Court case is that you looked into and what the justices decided.
The Supreme Court case that I chose is Island Trees versus Pico. It was where Island Trees School Board banned 11 books from their school libraries, and Stephen Pico sued the school board, and ultimately the plurality decision decided that all of the books would be returned to the school libraries, and he won. I mean,
yeah, your documentary lays it out very well. I really like that you tied things into present day and had a lot of present day news clips. How did you choose this topic, though?
I chose it because I wanted to do something that was like a documentary on something that was super relevant currently. So I wanted to do something on book banning. And as you said, Island Trees versus Pico is the only court case on school book banning to reach the Supreme Court. So I thought it was perfect. I mean,
yeah. Did you know a lot about this before you made the documentary?
No, nothing. I knew nothing about the court case.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And I'm so blown away that you got to talk to the man at the center of this, Stephen Pico. How did you get connected with him?
I mean, he's a very private person. So I had to first connect with someone from the National Coalition Against Censorship who gave me his email, and then I could email him and get the interview started up. It took me about like a few weeks just to get like a response from everyone.
Yeah, well, that's a clip right there of him talking to you. What was that interview like?
It was really cool to like actually talk to the person I'd been researching for so long. I mean, he had a lot of things to say. I wouldn't have been able to even get to nationals or state.
Yeah, and you got to meet him in D.C.
I know.
What was that like?
Well, I mean, it was crazy because at the showcase, at the African American History Museum, like I got to actually see my documentary on a big screen, and I was watching it with the person I did my documentary on. It was crazy.
I bet it was super cool for him as well.
Yeah.
And Deb, what is your role in all of this?
I'm the teacher librarian in the middle school, and I do work closely with the language arts teachers. And the History Day program at Bettendorf is infused into the honors language arts programming. So I will go in and team teach with the teachers, introducing the theme for the current year. We talk about primary sources. I'm kind of like the coordinator for the building, and I do want to give a shout out to the other teachers involved in our building, because it really and truly takes a village to make this program work in our school. Is that okay if I?
Oh, absolutely.
We have Kim Dower, Deb Crocker, Lisa Barnes, Kelly Turner, who is Adrian's his language arts teacher last year, Rachel Rankin. We also have Molly Matola at the high school, who runs a program there as well. So I think I listed everybody that I needed to.
It certainly takes a village.
It does.
And what was your reaction? What were you thinking the first time you watched Adrian's full documentary?
Well, we first started talking about it, I think probably in September. We do a little topic interview, and I knew it was, you want to look for really unique topics, untold stories in history. So I knew what Adrian had was a gem, and I think one of my comments to him was, you need to kind of look and see what's going on now and see how that ties back. So I knew, and I know what a hard worker he is. I worked with him the previous year as a 6th grader. So I knew that once he had it in his hands, he would run with it. So nothing about this surprises me, actually.
So Adrian, where do you go from here? What do you want to do someday?
Well, I mean, I used to want to be a lawyer, and that kind of like played a role in me picking my topic for this year's case, as I picked a court case. I'm not totally sure what I want to be, but I used to want to be a lawyer. So.
Well, the future is bright. And before I let you go, first of all, you want to show off your medal.
Oh.
This is his 3rd place medal for the documentary.
Yeah.
And while you show that off, I want you to tell me a little bit about what you learned at the end of this documentary process. What is something that surprised you or you're taking away from this?
That surprised me? I guess I was surprised that people were still, like, banning books still. I was really surprised when I did research on the dissenting opinion of the case, and I saw that one of the reasons why they, didn't, vote for PICO is that there was no right for access to information in schools, which, that's kind of the point of schools. So I was kind of surprised by that.
Hey, knowledge is power, and that's why documentaries like this are so important. We are so proud. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished, Deb. Congratulations to you and the entire staff.
We also just learned today that he is also, I don't know what the right word is, he's offered some mentoring through the Next Generation Angels Awards program. So he has an opportunity to do a virtual meeting with Ken Burns.
Oh my God.
So that's very exciting.
Oh my God. Well, I'm wildly jealous, but that is so incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for your time. I
Thank
know it's
you.
been a whirlwind coming back from DC. We so appreciate it. For you guys at home, you can share this story or read more about Adrian's work through our online article. And all you got to do is head over to WQAD.com and click on the As Seen on TV tab.